may involve adult themes and strong language. This is The Curse of Penance RPG.
Welcome to episode 14 of The Curse of Penance RPG. Who are you? What are you? And what is your favourite pop song related dance? Starting with Karen.
Well, howdy. My name is Karen Lebowski. I am Barovia's #1 greatest mother of all time. I'm pretty sure I'll be getting a ribbon in the mail anytime now as soon as I find a permanent address. My favourite pop-related song would probably have to be the Macarena, because that's... Hooey, that just reminds me of my childhood.
Your childhood?
The song about having a threesome is about your childhood.
Macarena's about having a threesome?
Yeah. Yeah.
By ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah, the Macarena is about having a threesome. That's what all the mimes are meant to represent bits about.
I'll freely admit, I have not actually been in a threesome, but I don't see how those mimes would...
No, nor do I, but this is the thing I've learned.
Frequently, I turn 90 degrees while having threesomes.
Well, you kind of do, I suppose, but anyway. Meg.
Hi, I'm Amy. I play Meg. She's a human rogue with fancy squeeze box, her 2 ceremonial daggers, and her pet diva. Her favourite pop dance would be the Carlton because it's so much fun.
I have no idea which one that is.
The Carlton one from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, yeah.
So that one. Is
yeah,
it?
the Carlton. Yeah,
Yeah.
You are good here and he is bad because he's
AJ.
Hey, I'm AJ. I play Ozmand, tiefling bard who's got a rocking guitar and an even more rocking waistcoat. And I gotta go with the robot. It's the only dance I can do, and it fits to almost everything.
Fair enough. Rosie.
Hey, I'm Lexa. I play Rosie, the human fighter. Has loads of weapons to fight, and my favourite pop dance has to be in 5, 6, 7, 8.
Do you know that one?
I do remember that one, yes.
My steps.
Yeah. I do remember that one. Horrifically, I do remember that one. Matt.
Hello there, my name is Tubbs. I'm not really much into music, I'm more into necrocarpentry, but there's a very prescriptive way to do it. First, you slide to the left, then you slide to the right, and you take it back now, y'all. And you do 1 hop this time, then 1 hop this time, and then right foot 2 stomps, left foot 2 stomps, slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross, and then cha-cha real smooth, and you got a skeleton. So make of that what you will.
Please tell me you're reading the instructions online.
I am reading the instructions online.
Called it.
Honestly expect to say it doesn't say that here. So, what happened last week?
Previously on The Curse of Penance RPG.
Got arrested again.
Yeah. Rosie got arrested. We lost all of our leverage in negotiations to not be arrested because we were ready to rumble. We turned some goats into some people.
We turned them back into people.
We acquired some awesome real estate, needed like a little bit doing to it, and then someone burned the mansion down.
Yeah, someone.
Oh, actually no, sorry, someone used a new crazy stuff that like fires out crazy roots and shit and messes up nature stuff, and then the house fell apart.
He did it inside.
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
Aimed
yes.
directly towards the wall.
On the plus side, we now do own 2 plots of land.
3 plots of land.
3 plots. Oh, and we found the other 2 crystals and gave them back to the wine people, so they are now bitching loads of wine.
So yeah, we
So-
got arrested.
Yeah.
Yes. So, you got arrested and you got put at the back of this large black coach by Isaac.
Yeah, the guy with the crazy arms.
Yep.
Oh, him.
The guy with the doll fetish, remember?
Yeah. He just wants Senpai to notice him.
So, you return to Vallaki on this coach,
Ah, tit.
and as you begin to enter Vallaki, you notice that it's very much been taken over by the Vistani, who used to be nearby.
Oops.
And as you're sort of coming through the streets of Vallaki, you notice there are several very stick-thin, shivering citizens who look like they're going through significant withdrawal, and you notice there are several other very well-armed Vistani patrolling the streets.
Might these be the same Vistani who someone may have accidentally killed one of at that camp before we got to Vallaki for the first time?
Yes.
Cool.
Did a
So-
good job several weeks ago.
Has anyone else got deja vu?
So, as you get to the town square, you see 3 gallows that all seem to have corpses hanging from them.
Oh
And
dear.
as the cart stops and you look out the side, you notice that above the corpses is a sign that says, "Incompetents and liars are not welcome in Vallaki." The first one is obviously the Burgomaster.
Is that the
second
chubby
one-
guy?
The one that was basically like the shouting about festivals and all that.
Yeah.
The second one was his wife. And the final one you recognise is Ismark.
Oh shit, he was the guy whose dad we planted.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
brother.
Shania,
Shania
yeah.
Twain.
No, Owen Wilson's brother.
Yep.
Ainsley Harriet's brother.
Now, guys, I'm slightly concerned by the fact that there's a big sign over those bodies saying incompetence won't be tolerated, because I feel like that's a skill set that I adhere to quite strongly.
Yes.
Well, that's alright, Tubbs. You sit there on the other side of the wagon.
I also feel like someone in our party might have killed someone that these people know.
Yeah, Tubbs, keep sitting on that side of the wagon.
All I'm saying is, I appreciate your friendship, and I'm sure with courage and teamwork we'll get through this. Yeah, I believe in us.
But Tubbs, if anyone else would know you.
Yeah, I was going to say, are we all in favour of saying we don't know Tubbs?
I see, that's
Yeah.
a great plan, because then I'll go to prison, you can say you don't know me, then you break me out. Perfect. I like your plan, guys. Good plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's why we're... Yeah.
I knew we were friends. I'll be honest, I didn't have many friends before I got here, and I didn't expect I'd make many more in prison, because look at me, I'm a very beautiful man. But,
I'm sure you made a lot of friends, Tubbs, just not the kind you're thinking about.
I mean, I physically made quite a few friends, but, I mean, you've seen
Wait.
Archibald, he's not very chatty.
Oh, right.
Definitely not chatty.
So, the cart pulls up, and you see the doors get like pulled open, and a bunch of armed Vistani point like spears at you and say, "Right, inside."
I mean, we are already inside here.
In the house.
With any particular house? I mean, is
They
there one with like a
gesture
nice
towards
veranda
the big
nearby?
house in front of you.
Oh, the ex-burgomaster's house.
No, it's a different one in town. Looks like a large manor house.
Does there happen to be a dent in the floor nearby where someone might have thrown someone out?
No.
Okay, we're good.
Secret hideout house.
Okay, I mean,
Let's go.
So you can't prove nothing, copper.
We don't
Also,
exactly have a choice.
I don't know who these strangers are you've arrested with me, but it's a nice to meet you, random. What did you say your name was? It was Susan and Leg and Joshua and Roxanne, was it? Is that what it was? You strangers whom I have never met before?
Was one of those names Leg?
That's you, Karen.
Yes, it's been a pleasure to meet you and make your acquaintance for the first time ever.
So after about another couple of minutes of stalling, the Vistani literally start grabbing you and pulling you out and pushing you into the house. As you enter the house itself, you are told to hand over all your weapons.
No, I'm happy keeping my squeeze box.
It's not really a weapon, is it?
Hand over all your weapons now, and they basically have like several armed guards around you.
I would have said that.
This is the worst.
Yeah.
Tubbs hands over his spear, his bow, his arrows, his short sword, and the fire staff, like the gnarled one. I'm like, would you rob an old halfling of his walking stick?
See what they do. Oh, helps when I don't.
I'm sure this will
try
go
and-
well. I just want to say, at some
Natural
point...
20. The Vistani kicks the staff out from under you to the pile, and as you sort of stumble forward, he grabs you and says, "We want all your weapons now."
At some point, I taped my bread knife to my back.
I will make a distraction while he does that.
No, like under my shirt kind of thing.
Okay.
Because I'm not giving up that bread knife.
Are you telling me that star's magic? I've just been walking around on it using it as a walking stick. Oh, excuse me, young man. Will you help an old halfling up the stairs?
He kicks you and tells you to get moving.
Tubbs limps up the stairs.
I'm just going to make the point that the squeeze box technically isn't a weapon, so I'm going to try and
It's a weapon to our ears. Give it.
The squeeze
No!
Damn, he's got you there, Meg.
box is more of a shield that will protect one's virginity.
Under that logic, I'm keeping my guitar.
They bitterly disagree and they remove your squeeze box and guitar and then kick you into the next room.
You have made an enemy today, my friend.
So you're all now completely disarmed and in a what feels like a cage with a sort of black sort of sheet over the front of it. You hear people chanting, but you can't see anything at the moment.
Will we get a receipt for those? It just, so we know that where to get them on the way out.
One of the Vistani laughs and says, "If you are proven innocent, you will get all of this back."
Oh, that's... Wait, if we put innocent of what?
You'll see.
That's surprisingly camp. I'm
I was not imagining him wearing like a string vest.
Yeah, I mean, that was quite seductive, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of wondering what you've got in store for me now.
I was going to say he's a bit cheeky.
I'll have you know that...
5 pounds of bacon fat. It helps, no?
This is... Well, I mean, I'm saving myself for the right lady.
You're saving yourself up for the right oil, I think. That's what they're saying.
Tubbs is oblivious. Oblivious.
So,
I'm gonna suggest you find yourself some soap on a rope.
Yep.
You think I need a shower?
Not necessarily right now, but when you do, you want to keep a firm hold of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't use soap when I wash. It's fine. In my house, it's very hard to be the worst smelling person, to be honest.
I suppose, with all the skeletons and
Exactly.
stuff.
There's a lot of rotting flesh.
so you're,
Bitten.
you're all shoved into this cage and you hear a padlock fasten on the outside. And
Guys, padlock.
you feel everyone go quiet around you and something strike the ground 3 times. Then the sheets pulled off to reveal that you're basically in a sort of courtroom. And
Oh.
all around you are Vistani screaming for your blood. And in front of you is a sort of late 50s looking woman with like long grey hair, who's wearing a very kind of like black kind of spiderwebby cloak kind of thing. And she says, "So, you are CSI Barovia. It's
I
time you
demand
were
my
put
right
on
to a
trial
pigeon."
for your crimes.
And what crimes are those?
I intend to prove in front of this, a jury of your peers." And he gestures to like 14 Vistani who are all yelling, "Blood! Blood!"
So exactly a fair representation of our peers, if all of them are out for our blood.
Yeah, and I would maintain I have no peers.
Let me on the jury.
Yeah, Ozmand's a tiefling. There's no one representing him.
Yeah,
Oh,
no one here
there
is as
is
horny
one
as I
there.
am.
We have given him some horns he can wear. And you notice one at the end has got really bad like goat horns on a sort of like hairband
not
attached to his head.
Seriously, that's pathetic. That's a pathetic attempt to try and represent our dear friend over here. He is going to write to your local MP and demand that you apologize.
Super racist as well.
Super racist.
You say our dear friend, I don't know who you are, I've never met any of you before.
So,
I demand my right to a carrier pigeon.
fine. Bring him a pigeon. And you see the Vistani bring you a dead carrier pigeon.
I mean, I feel like you've twisted my words here. Although, actually, I'll save this for later because I might be able to sort it out. I'm going to put the dead pigeon in my pocket of my robe. Because later on I can resurrect that motherfucker and send a message.
Okay. So, we will begin this trial.
They ain't found enough evidence for that one.
Well, let's start at the beginning. The first time I heard of you, you were found covered in priest blood. Do you want to explain this?
That
Which
wasn't a
priest was
that
this?
were a priest's son.
I think she means the priest in the church who got mauled by some vicious monster that, like, ripped off the doors. And as much as I look strong, I'm not the ripping off the doors sort.
Yeah, we
Yes.
were just doing a job for him and then came back and
Wait.
found him like that.
Then
We have an
how
alibi.
Did you get covered in blood?
We have an alibi for his death.
Oh?
The man and his son. So there were some consecrated bones, and then a kid stole them, and his dad had them, and we were chasing that lead down while the priest was murdered. So we can't possibly have done it because we were all there breaking into their house. I mean, forcing entry into their house under our legal right as CSI Barovia.
Then
Yeah, we
why
were-
were
Let's
you
cover the
covered in
bones.
blood when you were found?
Because we were trying to save him.
Yeah, we did
We were
like
trying to
that.
save him, his
Yeah,
life.
we're very clumsy. And to be honest, it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds trying to get into this house.
Yeah, and Tubbs
yeah.
cut himself shaving.
I mean, yeah, and
I tried to run and jump in through a window, but I fell over.
and then she kneed me in the head.
Yeah, it turns out it's not like the movies. Glass is pretty hard.
For a bunch of investigators, we're pretty clumsy.
It was our blood. It was our first mission. I mean, not that I know these strangers.
First
I
blood.
see. Well, that may be, but next we have the first witness. Bring forth Tabitha.
I feel like that name should ring a bell.
Yeah, same.
So at this point, you notice an old woman in a wheelchair being wheeled forth,
Oh god!
And you
and she
had
goes, "Them! That's them! Them!" So,
God, we should have
Tabitha,
killed them.
This, you tell the court that this group of people mugged you and stole your cat. Yes! They broke my legs!
I'm sorry, I'm trying so hard not to laugh.
Might I cross-examine the witness?
Yeah, you're on a... this
Small
woman-
pedestal.
Yeah.
Can we
I hold on
prove
to
that
it.
she needs that wheelchair? How do we know she isn't faking?
In fact, for that matter, how do we know she's even an old woman?
True. How do we know
Is
she's even
this-
here?
What is the stance of the Vistani with the dream pastries?
yeah.
Seem to know.
Are you asking what
Yeah.
the Vistani are with the dream pastry?
Mm-hmm.
The Vistani don't touch dream pastry.
This
They
woman.
don't believe in any mind-altering drugs, apart from alcohol.
Well, this woman was poisoning other people with her pastries and profiting from their demise.
And also,
And
the
doesn't
pastries are
mean
made out
you
of
can
children.
Just walk
Yeah.
up to
The
her
pastries-
and break her legs.
The pastries were made out of children.
I mean, we
Dream
were. Do
pastries is people.
It was
Open your
self-defense.
eyes.
you remember that Vistani who went missing? That young Vistani girl? She ended up in their dream pastry. We were taking revenge on behalf of the Vistani and all the missing children of
Yeah.
Barovia.
And we also
Windmill.
yeah.
Also, they made soap.
And what proof do you have of this?
So much
So,
proof.
you know that mill that burnt down?
The fat kids.
Yeah, where the fat
mill. Yes, the mill is Article 4 on this list of traits, but carry on.
Where's the fat kids?
Yeah, we need the
We
tubby
left
fat.
we left a horde of fat children in the care of an orphanage here.
That is Article 6, abandoning children from afar.
I mean, they weren't our kids. We ain't abandoned. We were like,
We found those kids and
Yeah.
rescued them.
Yeah, they
Also-
were
From the
babies
windmill.
being fattened up to be killed and turned into dream pastries.
and soap.
I would like to move on that charge that if abandoning children or mistreating children is a crime, then every single fucking person in Barovia needs to be in prison.
Oh, they're going to be. We changed a lot since this pig of a burgomaster has been removed from power.
Can I say we agree he was an asshole because we wanted to bury the body of the priest and instead he danced around with him on a chair for a bit.
Yeah, we wanted to give him a respectful
Do not
burial.
talk about that pig and his let's put him on a pedestal and dance. Pah!
Yeah, we didn't like it either.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to be Barovia's #1 mother by abandoning children.
That's true.
I've
Never
got a
mind,
rosette
You-
coming in the mail
Wait.
any day now.
What is that around your neck?
What? My neck?
You, the fat one. What is
What
that
talk
around
I tell
your
him
neck?
about? It's
Isn't
an amulet that we have. That
It was a
given-
family heirloom.
That
It
is
was-
my family heirloom. Where did you get it?
Whoa! I've
We-
been looking for my long lost brother. I mean sister, 'cause he was a girl.
She gestures behind the big chair in the room, and there is the exact same crest as Karen is wearing around her neck on the wall.
I got
forgotten.
this from my daddy before he left me to the circus. I've been looking for you all my life.
A very likely story, because my daughter was returned to me without her seal.
Well, I've had this one for however long I've been
Wait,
alive. I don't actually remember exactly, but it's been at least 40 years.
I mean, minimum of 40 years.
Give it back to me now, and maybe I will look lenient.
I'm
back.
going to give it to you, but only because you's my long-lost sibling.
Reuniting.
Tubbs is going to applaud.
She gets the Vistarian to collect the amulet, brings it back to you, and spins around and says, "Now, you see on the back here, written in Old Barovian, the name Stella. That is my daughter. This is my daughter's pendant. Where did you find it?"
What a coincidence, so is I. My name is Karen Stella Lebowski.
While they're having this discussion, I'm going to have a little meeting with the other guys. Like, guys, do you remember where we found that amulet? We've stolen so much shit.
Was it the cat girl? Did she have an amulet?
I don't think
Can't
it's the cat
remember.
girl.
Oh,
Was it the one in the forest?
No, because we returned that with them.
Yeah, but did Karen steal it off her?
do you know what? You
The cat girl.
It was from the cat girl.
There was this girl. Oh wait, I was thinking of a different necklace. That was given to me by this girl that I rescued from some camp that she thought she was a cat. She gave it to me as a thank you, and then she saw left on her way, meowing.
My
couldn't really
daughter's
understand that.
affliction with that cat is none of your business.
Well, I'm just saying, we rescued her. She was going to be eaten by some werewolves.
Did
Yeah,
And
you-
we're like-
two brothers.
We dealt with the werewolves as well. I don't know what y'all think about werewolves, but we dealt with that.
I mean,
and where
you can...
was this that you took her to?
To some tower where our friend Ricky Bobby was.
I wanted to help her, but she can't speak.
Write that down. We will investigate this Ricky Bobby person.
Yeah, he's the greatest NASCAR driver in the world.
Yeah, it's real bad.
We wanted to help her, but she only meowed, so what are we supposed to do?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she very clearly gave it to me as a reward.
My
Oh, yeah,
daughter
oh, yeah.
is
I guess I
not
could
in
remember
the
her.
sane mind. She would not give up her heirloom.
Well, look, quite frankly, I ain't convinced. I don't know who he is sane or not. The way there's some guy who thinks wolves is people. Is he supposed to be sane?
Is this lady accusing us of theft? Oh, I am appalled.
So I got so many necklaces. I got a bit mixed up, and I thought for a minute you was my long lost family. So you'll forgive me if I'm a little bit high strung right now.
If I
Is he
was
thinking
related
like
to
a-
you, I would have you hung.
What if you weren't related to her?
I'd probably still have her hung.
So
I
really,
see.
what you're saying is it's of no distinction.
I mean, yeah,
don't
that-
get me wrong, you're probably going to be hung, but let us get to the end of all of these
As-
accusations.
As she says that, I'm just going to whisper to Oz, like, yeah, we are, and high-five him.
Rosie, meanwhile, is sweating and whispers to Meg, "We've stolen so much."
Meg's quietly going, "Yeah, I know, but don't
Don't-
let on."
Don't forget the murders.
Shush.
Rosie slams her hand down on the table. There's one in front of her, and she goes, "We're heroes, damn it!"
Yeah,
We object.
rescue people.
You
Rescue
So,
people.
next
talking to
on
the
the
famous
agenda is where we've already covered you burning down this lady's property.
Actually, I think
was-
you'll find... I'm going to pull the deed out of my robe. I
You
think
go
you'll
to
find...
find it and you can't find it, and she goes, "Oh, you were looking for the deeds. We
Yes, I
have
think-
all four here you had.
Ah,
But
damn it.
how you managed to acquire such property is beyond me.
I think you'll
by
find the other
right.
legal owners.
Yeah.
None of your names are featured on this.
Yes,
know,
they are.
like
Rosie's
genuine.
name on one.
Oh, is this the one for...
The windmill.
Flicks it over and looks at Argensvold Holt.
No, the Rosie's name's on the windmills one because
Windmill, yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
she's the
these-
daughter of the family that tragically died at that.
Are
that
you the
address.
daughter? What is your
This-
brother's name?
Her brother's
Alec?
dead. That's really insensitive.
Yeah, she lost both of them.
Cannot remember your brother's name, then you're definitely lying to me.
She had a baby sibling as well, and you should see we got those ceremonial daggers as wait, no, we don't have any ceremonial daggers, never mind.
He's got a bread knife.
You have a bread knife?
He had one. Took it.
Did we recover a bread knife?
I lost it in the swamp.
Oh, we must have got lost in the swamp.
Oh, Osmond, what do you like?
Yeah, I nearly
It's
lost my
great,
shoes.
like,
It was
it's
awful.
hard to make sandwiches in a swamp, guys. It's just
Yeah.
super hard.
But those old ladies, they was illegally squatting on our property, and they was using it as like some sort of drug lab / beacon kitchen, and we exercised our legal rights to evict them.
Well, the court of Vallaki has already seized all 4 of these properties. They are now going to be ours.
Okay, but they was ours at the time.
I mean, that sounds like theft, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
This is the start of your community service.
Community service. What?
I
Next.
object.
Save your objection. We will have your time to speak once we have had all of these done.
All right, next one then.
we have the public nuisance from playing a squeeze box in
How?
Meg's just gonna step forward and go and be like, I'm sorry, the squeeze box is a magical instrument and it's not my problem that your ears are too inferior to handle it.
Frankly, I agree with this charge.
It is
Fuck you, Ozmond.
Meg
it is
does
a whining noise. Nobody appreciates it. It should not have happened.
Meg does not play the squeeze box. She is an artiste who makes that. Okay, squeeze boxes, I agree, and I'm sure the jury will agree with me. Squeeze boxes are awful, but in the hands of this woman, it's almost tolerable. And if that's
Exactly.
a crime, then
I'm a
well,
protege of the squeeze box.
if that's a crime, then like
If you allow me to demonstrate, I will serenade you with the sweetest tune
No.
you've ever heard.
Your Honor, objection.
Meg is just gonna keep objecting to this because it's like, no, I will serenade you.
Right. What was next on the list? Oh yes. Breaking, entering, stealing of property, and being around the crime scene of when the burgomaster's son vanished.
To be fair, that last one could be any law enforcement.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever met the burgomaster's son.
Yeah, I didn't even know he had a son.
yeah, who's Victor?
Who's the burgomaster?
Well, I don't even know what his name was. Do you
But you
remember
were
what his name?
seen
Victor.
escaping from the streets where the burgomaster's house was after it had been broken into.
We were
I
out
mean-
for a morning jog.
We were on our way to the party that they were having that was compulsory for everybody.
Yeah, we were running late because, well, you know what girls are like. Me, Karen, Rosie, we were struggling with what to wear and
What not?
Yeah.
to wear.
Also, Izzy,
yeah.
if you recall, Izzy, we actually pointed you in the right direction of the culprits. We assumed they'd been caught because we saw them running off, and you gave chase to them.
Yeah.
Isaac is just standing at the side fuming.
So I
You was telling
assume-
Isaac that you couldn't catch them no good criminals and you was taking it out on little old us.
He stands up
Yeah.
at points and just bellows abuse at you, and you hear the woman going, "Stop, Isaac. We don't want a repeat of the monkey incident.
I mean, I think we do.
What happened to the monkey?
You don't want to repeat what happened to the monkey. Isaac
What?
got
As in the-
hold of the monkey, and the monkey no longer...
Is that the
Well.
monkey from the toy shop?
Yes. Isaac
mo-
and the toy maker had a small fallout, you see.
You monster.
That man was
The
wonderful.
monkey got involved, and you know, Isaac. I mean,
I think you'll
look at him,
find
his beautiful specimen, but that arm, it can just snap life so quickly.
I'm sorry, I have to disagree with you on the beautiful specimen.
that weren't no monkey, that was an ape. And I think you'll find that Isaac should be on trial
Yeah.
if he's been murdering an innocent little ape.
You just hear...
Chanting.
Can I roll to start
Murder.
crime?
Chanting, Isaac, boo, Isaac, boo, and trying to get people to join in.
Yeah.
You trying to rile up Isaac?
Isaac.
Meg's gonna tap her foot.
Everyone.
I'm gonna tap.
can't-
Meg's gonna tap her foot along.
I can't believe Izzy couldn't even catch those two criminals.
I know.
Yeah,
Useless.
Man can't
I
capture two
think you'll
criminals.
find Isaac was also trying to capture the political prisoner who had been released from the burgomaster's house. Who,
Who's that?
certain spies have told us, has told them that he was released by 5 generous people who turned up telling him, "We are CSI Barovia, we've come to free you."
Yeah,
I'm
but
gonna throw it out
to
there.
people too, and you can't be trusted.
Yeah, why would you believe anything that nut job said?
Also, you've got a charge of like 14 different charges there that are mainly about theft and breaking old women's legs, allegedly. Are you saying that those same people are generous? I mean,
We
use your
don't.
head.
I'm
We are.
saying there are
Don't
ways
this
of dealing with the
legs.
non-generous people of the world, and it is not going to break people's legs.
We are pricks.
If everyone went around breaking people's legs, then we just would not be in a polite society.
But
We do.
why do you think we'd rescue some random person who didn't even give us anything?
You know what? I've got these scars on my leg that shows that my legs was broken by an arrow,
And a trident.
harpoon thing, and a trident. And why would I go around breaking people's legs when, look, it was me whose legs was broken? How do you even know that lady's legs has even been broken? How do you know she's telling the truth?
So, this old lady who we have seen nursed back to health, and Isaac there found her with her broken leg in town.
I'm just saying,
We
you were
have
just
a
saying,
witness that has identified you.
you were saying he's very strong and, that arm does crazy shit. Well, how do you know it wasn't him? And he's big, you could mistake him for 4 people easy, that fat fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Old ladies
Isaac's
is
just getting angrier and
notorious.
angrier.
Good.
Team meeting,
He's
guys,
a
it's the time to
bastard.
rile up Isaac.
Sure.
I think so.
Yes, pretty much.
I mean, although I suppose that couldn't break those people's legs. You couldn't even find those 2 people who were running like, well, I say running. One of them had a limp. Come on, Isaac, get your shit together.
Yeah.
The whole town gets drugged up, and you didn't do anything about it.
Yeah, you put all
Couldn't
these
catch
people.
those 2 criminals. How to catch that old lady? Wait, that
Also-
goes against what I was trying to say.
That's true. Also, if I remember correctly, Isaac was the one forcing everybody to go along with the Burgermeister, so it's interesting to see the Burgermeister hanging and this guy still there with his weird, dodgy, freaky, creepy arm.
Also,
Yeah.
that Isaac's
No.
a little bit, hot on a bit of sexual harassment, and we're not down with that.
That's true. I mean, he did
Yeah,
harass.
Shania, our
harass me.
friend.
Oh, should I?
Plus-
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and me, yeah, and harassed me. Thanks very much.
Plus, someone told me like that he has this creepy room in the Burgermaster's house full of dolls and shit.
Oh, I heard that rumor. I've heard that rumor. That
Is that
rumor.
just a
that's
rumor?
funny rumor.
Is that a rumor, Isaac, or is there a little bit of truth to that?
But
I'm gonna.
Are you actually talking to him? Or are you still in your head?
Yeah, we're looking at him now. It's like, is it? Do you have a problem with
Isaac is
girls?
still properly growling. And
Also,
the-
apparently, he uses that arm so it feels like a stranger.
the
And you know
lady
what,
in
Isaac?
charge gestures and says, "No, you will stay calm, Isaac. If you break things, we will have words again. But no, what did you do that caused you to leave Valaki before? Because you didn't just leave on your own, did you? You left
Oh.
with that other one, the
Oh, we were offered
Owen
to.
Wilson one that you seemed to be quite keen on. That maybe she was an alibi you had that you've not seemed to have mentioned yet. So what
I
happened
mean-
to her? Where is she?
We can't
She,
be.
she killed
just-
herself.
Yeah, she just sort of walked into a lake, so we can't be that keen on her. We didn't do anything to stop
Oh,
her.
that's
I
it.
mean,
where
we
is
left
her
with her
body
because
so
she
we
was
can
trying to
pay
get away.
respects?
She walked on the lake, and then a creepy hand reached out to the lake and then pulled her in. And she was really obsessed with that weird statue of that weird saint.
She sort of scoffs and says, "No, seriously, what happened to her?"
No, seriously, that's what happened. She got seduced by a statue near the lake in Crest. She walked out into the lake. A hand came out of the lake and pulled her under, and she was gone. That's honestly what happened.
I don't believe you.
Fair enough then.
I mean, I feel like it's hard to get a hard trial if you're not going to believe every word we say verbatim.
You honestly expect me to believe that someone got pulled through a lake?
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm finding it weird that you're not questioning her walking on water. Because to me, that's the dodgy bit.
Yeah.
People get pulled in the lakes all the time.
Yeah.
You ever heard like eels or like dolphins or anything? They do it all the time.
Yeah, those dolphins can be vicious.
I
Spooky.
see. So why did you leave Valaki? You were told explicitly by Izek they are not to leave.
Well, she asked us to get her away from Izek.
Who told
She
you
feared
that?
for her life.
Did Izek tell you that? Because he didn't tell us any of that. I think that Izek boy's lying.
I have proof of you by another witness who has told me that Izek definitely told you do not leave Vallaki.
I mean, quite frankly,
There's a lot of
Isn't-
witnesses.
Does he make
Yeah,
his little
no.
dolls talk and stuff?
This was the same witness who also observed you standing around Article 4, and they pull in this crushed-faced lead statue, and
Oh my god, what the
you were
hell?
found standing around this saying, Karen, your aim is terrible. So, what is this? Where did it come from, and why was your aim terrible?
because I'll admit, right, it's a real ugly statue, and I was like throwing like a tomato at it,
Yeah.
but I missed. But I don't really think that's that much of a crime. Maybe
I
like
mean,
some
yeah.
like vandalism, but nothing that warrants like a bit of hanging.
Also, I will say this: we do have the right to face our accusers. So, if you'd like to roll up this witness, so we know you're not just chatting shit, because clearly you're making it all up.
Fine. And brought out is a very, stick-thin shaking person who's brought to the stand. So, tell them what you told me.
Oh, hold on. Do you know what? I think I know this friend. I know what it's like. I was addicted to dream pastries once too, but now we have the recipe. It's all okay now. So, I mean, you say what you need to say, but when we're all cleared, then if you come and find us, I'm sure we can hook you up with a couple of dream pastries because,
So
we've got
you
the
are
recipe now.
openly bribing the witness.
Not at all.
Add this to the charges.
I'm an ex-addict. I know how it is. I'm a doctor, and I run a legal firm.
So,
Now,
He's
I'm
running a
bribing
recovery
a
business.
witness in front of the court. Let's put
Would I be
this
that
down
stupid?
on your record now.
he's just a doctor. I've seen people who I thought was dead. He brought him back.
That's true.
Some of them without any skin. It was weird.
Get Archibald in here. He's a really good doctor.
But maybe send for him a week in advance, just to give him some time. I have a witness that says we didn't do anything wrong to that statue apart from throw a tomato at him. His name's Ozmand.
You will all get your time to speak, but first, what is this statue?
Well,
Where did it come
basically-
from?
Real ugly statue. You're gonna have to ask your artisans, but we're real ugly.
Yeah, we didn't make it.
Threw it in a lake or something to hide it because he was probably ashamed.
We're just doctors and detectives and lawyers
And musicians.
And delivery
And
man. And
musicians,
delivery man.
and delivery men, and also occasional owners of vineyards.
Ah, the vineyard. Yes, we have that. That's the next thing we need to talk about.
We just
Really?
gave it like 4 million wines a year.
I have spoke to the family, and they told me in great detail how you swarmed up to them and then magically managed to make the gems reappear. I
didn't
think you may have
magically.
something to do with this.
I mean,
There wasn't-
it's only magic if you count all the spells that Tubbs used to get them back in a fight. Basically,
Yeah.
the evildoers who had stolen the gems.
You know those hippies who live out in the swamp? They had stolen them and were worshipping some weird,
Oh, you mean the rebels that we are trying to stamp out?
Yes,
Yeah.
like we're on your side.
They
Are
tried
you
to
on
take
the
my
side of
innocence.
these rebels?
No, they tried to take my innocence.
I see. How exactly did they do that?
He was
Order.
having what I think you call an orgy.
Yeah, an orgy.
And
And
orgy.
Tubbs.
Please elaborate for the court.
Well, everybody was fucking.
Yeah, and they tried to air pressure Tubbs.
Everybody was fucking each other.
Basically, when a mummy and a daddy and a daddy and a mummy and a mummy and a daddy and a mummy and a daddy and a mummy and a daddy and a daddy love each other very much.
Basically, when you and your neighbors all come together, there's a bowl. You all take your house keys. You've all got a key each. You stick them in the bowl.
You
Somebody
seem to
rolls
know
them
a lot about
around.
This.
Oh, and there's something to do with swings. I don't know what, but my parents did it and they were swingers.
And there was also a giant tree that
Yeah.
came out of nowhere and tried to kill everybody, and that was how we got the gem for
A
the
giant
winery.
tree came out of nowhere.
No, honestly, it came out of nowhere.
Well,
It
Came
just
out the
erupted.
ground.
Yeah, it just came out of the
That's
ground.
That's where trees tend to come from.
I'm gonna throw it out there. You live in a land which no one can leave because there's a mystical fog that stops everyone from leaving, and you're gonna question us about a tree.
Yes, a tree that comes out of nowhere. Surely a tree is
Yeah.
in the ground. It does not move.
I mean, it
did
was,
not
but
come
then
out of nowhere. It came out of the ground. Where else do you expect trees to come from?
Oh, did it just burst out of the ground as a giant fuck-off tree?
Yes!
it was already a tree, and then they put a gem in it. That gem makes shit grow super fast.
I do not believe you.
I mean, they
Never seen
literally
no
do like
wine.
3 full vineyards a day of wine.
If anything,
I
we
do not
saved that
believe you.
vineyard.
I have
Ask
it on
Ed
good
and
authority
Sheldon.
here that you
Meg-
manipulated this family, this poor grieving family, on the day of burying their father. You manipulated them into giving you free wine.
Meg's getting really pissed off. It's just like, guys, this
It was a
bitch is not
business
gonna-
arrangement.
Yeah,
Take the fifth.
this bitch isn't like giving us any legroom at all. What do we do?
Economy
Listen.
class.
We
Let me
demand.
talk- Let me talk to. Okay, listen, judge lady.
Yes.
Of weird friends that became adventurers, and we always try and do what's best. We wander around the land and bump into people best we can, but sometimes it gets messy.
Well, I want to let you know that this wine you're getting for free, this comes as part of your community service. It comes to me now.
Would you like to know the real truth?
Oh, I would love you to start being honest with me. I'd hate you to all to
Okay.
die and me not to know.
I'm sorry, what?
Have you heard of something called a podcast?
No, what is this?
Well, basically what it is when a bunch of friends get together and then they travel around in this pod and cast spells to help people. So we're kind of like a podcast that goes around and helping people on adventures and stuff. And so we found your weird little torture house. Remember the little torture house that you guys have got running?
I don't know what you mean.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
That's not Kristen.
Where
was-
was this
that had the-
torture house?
At Otto Niggenstein.
No, at the forge.
Yeah, I can't remember what that place is called. At
The,
Niflheim.
Where?
Pyramid.
Niflheim.
Fergie's house.
What's up?
Oh.
That place you confiscated
Oh.
the deed from.
Do you mean
Oh.
Argenswald Hall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the next article on this paper. Breaking, entering, looting, breaking out rebels, and murdering Vistani.
I
This
mean,
is
Yeah,
the
we
most
didn't.
horrible part yet.
we didn't try to kill them.
Yeah, we didn't
I
try.
have it on good authority here. We have
walked
posters
in.
for your name on it, and she brings in and shows you posters of each of you in turn with a price on all of your heads.
How
Meg's
much?
got- yeah, how much
is-
are we worth?
Yeah.
You're all worth about $2,000 each, apart from Tubbs, who's worth 2.5 for some reason.
Yes.
Do I look good on the
It's 'cause you
poster?
killed someone.
No,
I mean-
you don't look. It's basically got no face. It's just like a basic outline of you.
I'm willing to testify
It
against all
doesn't
of
even look like me. How do you even know this is
I could
me?
be anybody.
Yeah, this is
I would-
bullshit.
I would like it on the official record that I'm willing to testify against all these people for that money.
Well,
Just in
The last
case
thing-
of mistaken.
there are 2 more things on this list. The first of them is, of course, putting secret letters around Valaki. What does this code mean? You must tell me.
Does it say searching
What?
for a drummer by any chance?
Yes, it says DRUMERWANTD.
Drummer wanted.
I mean, I can
Yes,
barely
what
read,
code
so I
is
don't-
this? What
Well, if you-
revolution are you trying to run?
If you bring me some pots and pans and give me some spoons, I'll demonstrate.
No, this is not the time for soup.
It's a musical band.
Yeah, we's Karen and the Smotherers. That's our band name. We've been looking
Yeah.
for a member.
Featuring Ozmand.
That's the point. I'm just saying, witnesses on the stand have to answer truthfully, right?
That is what we prefer, yes.
Okay, so can we get everyone in this room up on there and ask them if they can play the drums? Because we're really desperate.
What is this drums, you mean?
It's like a barrel
Oh.
with some sort of goat skin over the top, and then you hit it with sticks, and it makes a sound.
She goes, right, well, the last thing I want to address is this. Impersonating members of the police force.
I mean, there is no police force, and we didn't say that. We said we're CSI Barovia. That's an organisation name we've given ourselves.
And what does CSI stand for? Because you told dear Ezekiel you were police investigation.
It stands for
private.
come see it.
Private investigator.
Yeah. That's exactly what it stands for.
Come
Yeah,
see
we-
it, Barovia.
We's
The
part of
spectacle of it.
We's bored. We's getting people to come visit. Come see it, Barovia. you'll never want to leave. 'Cause you can't.
You said
Barovia.
come see Barovia, but what does the I stand for?
Come see
begins
it.
with I?
Barovia.
Come
see it.
Hold on.
So
Barovia.
you say it
Yeah.
stands for come see it Barovia?
Yeah. it's
Because we travel around different regions and we say come see it like Finland or come see it France or
so
it's another region in a distant land. It's very, very
Is it-
beautiful. It's very, very green, very metal. There's lots of metal.
There's a lot of people with fins coming out of their heads. It's pretty crazy.
Colonized.
People, I've heard of this.
We just colonized Barovia as part of like being the actual real world.
Apparently you have, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
As from
acceptable.
Texas.
So, now you have heard all the charges against you. Which of you wishes to speak for the rest of the group?
I mean, can we have a conference and just discuss with
Yes.
our...
Still,
You have 5 minutes. I will set the sun timer. And
Who has our court-appointed lawyer?
Meg's pretty good at talking.
you can have this man if you wish. The sort of very skinny addict sort of shakes next to you.
That's fine.
No.
That's anything for dream pastry.
Okay, so you have 5 minutes. Please
I
discuss
mean,
amongst
I have 2 in
yourselves.
etiquette, so I don't know, but
We need to work up on our
the.
defenses first. Because I'll be
I think
honest,
Karen is a good idea.
she's got us pretty watertight.
I mean, I have been in prison a few times.
So, right, did anyone write down what the charges were?
They was bullshit is what they was.
I mean, so we have an alibi saying we can't have killed the priest because we have that dude. That's
Yeah,
alright.
That's fine. We can get off on that one.
Nice. The windmill, we have the legal deed on our person, so that's our property, she can fuck off.
Okay, so but the breaking of the legs, I mean, we did do that.
However, it was self-defense. We tried to stop the people eating the dream pastries and she
That's
attacked
true.
us.
We were doing a public service there because they were murdering children and
Yeah.
getting people, addicted to drugs.
Yeah, they was like sticking them in a sack.
Also, I don't want to play the blame game because we're all such great friends, but seeing as I didn't seem to pick up on the murder of the other guy, Karen was the one who broke the legs, technically.
Technically, it was the mace that broke the legs.
I mean, true.
You were the one that swung it.
The mace swung me.
Basically, at the moment, Karen's going through a very tough mental time, and we shouldn't look at, like, weapon rules. It's, we should start investing more in Barovian healthcare, I
Well,
feel.
Also, we went a bit hard on the old woman because me, Oz, and Meg all failed to stop the druggies. Do you
Yeah.
remember?
We were being attacked at the time. She did set her... Oh, that's the point. She said whoever killed us got some free dream pastry, so she was bribing... She basically paid hitmen to kill us.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
She is a crime boss.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
She's a mafiosa, basically.
We were
Right,
defending ourselves.
Are you writing this down, Meghren?
No, why do I have to go?
Okay, let me write it down and then we'll work it out.
At this point, you hear a sort of noise at the back of the room, and one of the Vistani runs forward holding something in his hand.
Uh-oh.
The lady takes it from him, looks at it, and says, "Oh, it appears going through your personal belongings, we have found one more thing we need to discuss.
Oh, great.
What's
What
that?
is this?" And she holds up the amulet you found in the Amber Temple.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I wasn't even like there.
Which amulet is this?
It's the one with the sort of silver and the purple gem.
Yeah, I was busy defending the cart from.
Oh, yeah, those ghost bandits. Ghost
We're
bandits.
just we're just holding that for a friend.
Yeah,
I see. So what does the draconic on the back say?
we don't speak Draconic because we're not dragons. You're very good at languages, madam, I must say.
Well, this is obviously draconic. Look, it has this and this. These are only used in draconic.
Madam, I better read common. Don't
I
try
mean-
and get me to read draconic.
I'm
I
not gonna
see.
lie.
So you're
is
not
it-
even admitting you know what this is.
No,
I feel-
I ain't never seen it. I was busy fighting ghost bandits.
I feel like we should have asked Fergus about it, he would have known.
Yeah, but did we not get it from Fergus?
No, we got it from the pyramid.
Wizard.
Oh, yeah.
What does it say out of curiosity?
It seems to say my draconic is rusty, but from what I can understand, some kind of light.
Some kind of light?
Yes, it seems to be a single word. Potentially light, but maybe my draconic is rusty. I will give it to an advisor to find out more. But I wish to know what this is.
I mean, it's an amulet that's got some sort of draconic written on the back that means something like light,
Oh,
but
it was
not quite light.
Pyramid of Light.
Oh yeah, we got...
See. Still, return to your discussion. We will talk about this shortly.
Right, okay, let me open up my notepad. Let's freeze time while I scroll through my programs.
Do we get to get off?
Right, so charge 1. What was charge 1? Charge 1 was the murder of the priest.
No,
Which we did, which we not guilty, which we didn't do.
Yeah, we have an alibi. 2, old lady was a hit woman.
Yeah.
She sent hitman after us.
Yeah.
What was charge 3? Do you remember?
Yeah, but why'd fit Hitman after us? Because you hit her in the head with a stone.
No, because we were
Like,
trying to stop
don't-
her dealing drugs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, don't put that baby in that bag. That ain't your baby.
Oh, yeah.
If anything, child abandonment.
Yeah,
Number 3.
Nebulous theft.
Oh yeah, of the amulet. It was a gift.
Yeah, it was a gift.
The lead statue.
Yeah, that was a shit statue. We threw
Yeah,
a
it was
tomato
just
at
a
it.
regular statue.
I mean, if they look at it, they not agree it's shit.
Oh, its face is
They can't
smushed
prove
in,
anything.
so...
It looks
mean,
almost like it was dropped off a building.
Shut up, Karen!
But,
You
but
do.
is this a test of honesty? And if we just admit everything, will we get off?
I mean, if you admit everything, then we'll all get off. Wait,
But I mean,
wait,
you
guys.
know what I mean? Is
I'm just laughing.
this a test? If
Guys.
we lie, then do we fail?
I have a
No, I
theory.
think this is a trial. I've been.
Yeah.
I have a plan, and you're not going to like it, but I'm going to do it anyway, maybe.
Just like all your plans.
Exactly.
I'm gonna end up in fire again, aren't I?
I hope not. What if?
What do you mean you hope not?
I always felt
I'm on
like
fire.
I had a purpose on this earth. What if I, as leader of CSI Barovia, I'll take the blame for it, say that I forced you guys to go along with my plans. They put me in jail, you come and break me out of jail, we run away.
To be fair, that is true
that's a
for
good
most
plan.
of the charges.
Yeah,
What if
actually.
we like summon Archibald and we
I mean-
dress it in Tubbs's clothes,
See-
and then we see it was that guy?
He's on his way here now, so you can use him to like switch bodies in the
Yeah,
in the
It's
cellar.
gonna take a while before Archibald.
Can't you just like summon another one into the cage?
I
No,
mean,
because then Archibald dies.
I mean, do I care that much?
He does, apparently.
we do actually. She's very precious to me.
Gee!
Yeah, we established this last week. Archibald's a woman with a lovely China
Yeah,
plate
you
collection.
did.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So what I'm thinking is, I'm a wizard, right? So we can say that I like forced you with my nefarious magics as a powerful wizard like I am. I take the blame. I go to jail. They in these situations, they always say, well, we'll hang you at dawn. So during the night, you come and break me out. It'll be fine, right?
Oh,
I'm okay with this plan, actually.
I'm okay with like the first part of the plan.
Karen Lebowski, I swear to God, if you don't come and rescue me, I will literally find your son and shit on his face.
Oh, you seen what happened to people who badmouth my son?
Exactly. Go on, punch me right now. Do it.
Now that'd be incriminating. I've been to court a few
Karen,
times.
you're
I know how
a
it
you're a
goes.
terrible mother, Karen. And frankly, Tyler deserves better than you. In fact, I bet you're not even his real mum, are you?
Oh dear. Oh!
Karen punches Tubbs and knocks him straight out.
Natural 20, we both.
Yep.
And do I come to at any point?
Nope.
Okay, that's
you are
fine.
completely knocked unconscious.
That's fine. They know.
And the lady looks up and goes, I see. Well, don't
They
know
know
if
the
you
plan.
knock one of you unconscious, he cannot testify.
Your Honor,
Good, because it's all his fault.
he was badmouthing my son and his number one mother in all of Barovia. I swear there's a ribbon coming in the mail someday, any day now. I was duty bound to punch him right in the face.
I see.
In all honesty, it's his fault that we're here in the first place. Most of the charges are his doing. And I'm sure a few of your people can agree because he murdered one of your guards the very first day he was here.
Killed him with a candlestick.
Yeah.
I see. And where is this candlestick now?
Probably in amongst all the stuff you took.
Yeah, it's probably in the cart.
It was,
Probably still covered in lack of blood.
He's a bit of a rogue detective.
Yeah, we've been trying to keep him in line, but it's really difficult to control him. He's a
It's kind
wizard
of-
as well.
He's
Loose
little and we
cannon.
don't like bending over to grab him.
Yeah, look at me. I've been burnt several times because of him.
And yet you don't learn.
I mean, he has a real
Yes.
cute dog. That's why we're keeping him around.
I see. Where is this dog you talk about?
Jason, I'm pretty sure it was
yeah.
bundled into the cart. It's like, it's a bit skinny.
That's true. I actually don't remember where Jason is.
Yeah, I was thinking that as well. I'm
Pretty
not
sure he was in the cart.
yeah.
Was he not?
I think
Yeah.
he
Was,
did.
did he not go with Rosie and Diaval?
Yeah, he did.
And then, yeah.
Achieved so much though, Judge, if you think about it.
How so?
We're our own small band of heroes, and we've helped recover a few lost girls. We've stopped a serial killer guy who was hanging people up by trees. We rescued Cat Girl. We stopped a cult. We stopped an orgy. We've done loads of cool stuff.
I don't know if that last one makes us heroes or prudes.
I don't.
I mean, like, I feel like Tubbs gets there and any orgy stops. I'm sorry, that was mean.
Izzy has done it ever.
Yeah, all Izzy does is sit
Cartel,
there and growl with his
children.
stupid owl.
But
So is that the last thing you're saying to her?
Plus, you just watched me knock out the actual criminal.
Yeah,
Cliff.
if anyone's
Since-
got to go down, he's the person that's
Since
the main
none
culprit.
of you are properly admitting to any of these, you will be taken away. You will be either hung tomorrow morning or you will be tortured till the real truth comes out.
I mean, we can admit,
that
Nikoli.
is the test of truth.
And she walks out of the room as all the Vistani sort of start shouting blood, and a small trapdoor opens within the cage, and you are led down into a sort of containment cell.
Has
The
Tubbs come
trial
round
was
yet?
rigged.
Told you guys it was a test of truth.
I don't think it was a test of truth. I think they just were going to find us guilty no matter what, because we
Yeah.
didn't lie to them.
Yeah, we didn't lie.
Oh my head! Did you guys go with the plan that I had like used my nefarious magics to make you do it?
Yeah, but we failed, Tubbs.
I'm going to punch Tubbs out again.
Nope.
You swing, you tap Tubbs, Tubbs spins around but doesn't get knocked out.
It looked fun. I wanted to join in.
I mean, did you tell them that I was magic and I made you do it all?
Well, we blamed it on you, if that's
Yeah,
what you
we
mean.
blamed it.
Yeah. We
Then
hung
you
you
guys-
extra high.
These guys are clearly afraid of magic. We need to convince them I'm some big evil sorcerer, and then they'll be so afraid of me they won't hang me for ages, and you can free me. Where are we now? This doesn't look like the courtroom.
If you're a magician, why don't you do some magic and get us
Yeah.
out of here?
I don't
I
think
don't-
they're afraid of magic. I just think that they've taken a hard line on the justice front here.
Yeah.
Is it
Better of the
makes sense.
moral and the spirit of it.
So did we get off?
Can
No.
everyone who wasn't Tubbs roll me a d20 perception, please?
Which means who wasn't Tubbs?
Okay, who
But
isn't
you were
Tubbs?
knocked out.
Rosie's distracted. She rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
All
this
of you
is
rolled
awful.
really low, so you don't notice anything as you go down to this containment cell. So,
Fine.
several hours later, you have one guard appear who seems to sort of laugh at your predicament and say that like at least half of you are going to be hung in the morning.
Dibs on the not
Fuck off.
being.
Can I, can I like get him real close to the bars and headbutt him in the face?
You try and goad him to come near the bars. He goes, no, I'm fully aware. I'm too smart for that. And as he gets that, he rolled a 1 anyway. You sort of go forward. You manage to like bruise your arm on the bar trying to grab him. He laughs, and as you notice him laugh, you see something appear behind him and stab a knife into his throat.
Oh fuck.
As blood sprays the rest of you, you notice the figure of Esmeralda, who has her finger to her mouth saying, "Shh." What do you do?
She's the woman from the bar, isn't she?
Shut up. Shut up. Just leave her alone.
That were a good stab and go.
Esmeralda comes closer to you, gets the keys off the guard, and begins to open the door. She tells
Hooray!
you that the whole town of Vallaki is basically like waiting for your execution in the morning, but she will help you escape the best she can. However, the whole place is locked down, and she thinks the only person with the full key is Lady Watcher herself.
So we have to go kill her.
How
Lady
many
Watcher.
people do you think we would have drawn at our execution? I'm just saying.
Maybe
I like
we
putting
should
on a show.
Yeah, maybe
Well,
we should
considering the
have-
whole Vistani crowd want to see you die, probably about 300.
Yeah, it's not bad. Not bad. Small local gig.
What do
So
they have
she-
against us?
She tells you that she managed to sneak in through a open window on the top floor. She thinks your gear is held in some sort of evidence room on the first floor, but there's lots of guards everywhere, so she's not been looking around.
I pull out my
So-
bread knife.
You're on the basement floor at the moment. She tells you that she will be able to get outside again and she can find a cart for you, but she needs to know a signal from which to move the cart out front. What do you want that signal to be?
Karen seems to have the ability to produce matches from anywhere, so maybe a match light.
Maybe,
Or fire?
Sub
Oh,
looks at you and says, it might be better if it's an audible cue.
maybe the sound of a squeeze box.
Yeah. When I get my squeeze box, I'll let out a rock and roll song. That was that was so rubbish. I was not where I wanted to go with that, but my mouth just went nope.
But
Rock
if
and
it
roll
just
squeeze box.
goes, Esmeralda,
Oh my God.
get the cart. That sounds like a pretty good signal to me.
Okay.
Ta-da!
So
Or
either
we could just
squeeze
buzz
box
her.
or just yelling for her.
The bells.
Or we could just go with the buzzer.
What does the buzzer sound like?
Does that work? Does that work?
So, how exactly does Oz make that noise, should I ask?
I pinch my nose and then like kind of like I'm blowing it, but like I just got like a little bit of like an edge of like air around the side. So it's like I'm blowing my nose incredibly loudly.
He uses the bread knife like a comb and then blows. You know how you can make the noise through the comb?
Yeah.
The comb, he does it like that, yeah.
Okay, so she nods and says, I'm sorry I have no weapons for you, but I'll be waiting outside with the cart. Just please don't set fire to the building. Not yet, anyway. We need to be able to make sure we get out of this damn hellhole.
Do you hear that, Tubbs?
There's no response at all.
I was expecting.
Right, so Esmeralda disappears. You are now standing in a containment cell. In front of you is a dead guard, and you know that there's a long corridor with 2 guard rooms on either side, and then there's some stairs up. What do you do?
I want to take the bread knife that I taped to my back and brandish it.
Okay.
Does it look like anyone would fit into the...
Guard uniform?
Yeah, that's the word.
He's kind of built really big and bulky, so it's kind of like an even bulkier version of Oz.
Oz, you're going to have to...
I mean,
give it a
it's
go.
not exactly a disguise though. I'm the one guy with horns.
Yeah, they're
that's a
going to
good
notice
point.
him immediately.
Excuse me, I don't see race or gender, madam.
That explains a lot.
Shut up, sir.
Okay.
So, does the guard have any weapons at all? No.
He has a blackjack, which is basically a mace.
Give that to Karen.
That's about all he has.
Sure.
You're handy with a mace, Karen. That's your weapon of choice, so it's only
Never
natural
really-
you have it.
Are there any other prison cells down here?
There's a couple of others, but they don't seem to have anyone else in them.
Okay. Has this guy got any keys on him?
You've got the keys from the lock that you've
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
just come out. Raking through his pack and stuff like that, he has a couple of small, like, packs and things, but nothing really worthwhile.
Okay.
Tubbs, could you resurrect this guy?
I don't think I have the supplies to bring up a skeleton here, but I could try.
I mean, it's still a skeleton if there's meat round it, right? There's
mean,
still
I
like
need-
a skeleton inside.
I mean, my supplies are upstairs, and they might just pull one out of the ground. I don't know what happens if we do it, if it's just like the nearest skeleton. So if we can get my supplies out of my pack, I can give it a go.
Remember, they're really slow.
Yeah, but I was like, maybe we can just send this guy at the guards and be like, hey guards, look, I'm fine, let's go have like, I don't know, sandwiches or something.
No, you're not bringing paninis into this one. Fuck off.
I very almost did, because I couldn't think of another lunch food.
Salad.
Okay, so
Right,
to
let's go.
try and push the story on, if we get our sneaky boys and girls to go upstairs and like try and get our gear back, and then I can wait down here safe. It's like my Uncle Panini used to say, when you're doing a prison break, make sure you're safe first.
No, you don't want to be stuck down here.
I mean, you didn't grasp me in and say that I'd forced you all to help, so, you know, we're all in it together, right?
I mean, we did sort of grass you in. Just not
Yeah.
in quite so many
Stay down
words.
here.
I mean, just while you do all the dangerous stuff.
No, Tubbs, you're coming with us. If
Okay.
you're gonna stay here, you're gonna die.
Okay, let's go. You convinced me.
Okay, so there's a long corridor, then there's a guard room on the left, first of all. What do you do?
Maybe we should just storm it and steal all their weapons.
Maybe I should try and seduce them, and then while they's like got all their clothes off, you can take all their shit and we can murder them.
Good idea.
Karen, why don't you like try and like seduce them, but like get them through the door, then we'll shut the door behind them as they come through, and then we'll beat the crap out of them.
I feel like they're in the room and we're in the corridor.
Yeah, so she
So
could
we
like
need
open
we
the door.
need to get in there.
Yeah,
But they
she could
just run away.
So really, we could just all roll into the room and shut the door behind us.
Yeah.
Basically, just storm the room. We got a mace and a bread knife. If there's any babies in there, we're done. We're sorted.
So how do you want to get into this room?
Oh.
Do you want to open the door and just
By
run
the
in?
way, Rosie, when you were arrested last week, Oz killed another baby.
Oh, that's
There
what
was-
you like.
There was another dust baby.
I'm not happy
Wait,
about
I've always
this.
defended you, Oz. I've always defended you. You didn't kill the baby. You lifted the blanket.
And then the baby died. So go figure.
It was
It's-
dead already.
Maybe it died of hypothermia after the blanket was taken off.
Anyway, I feel like we shouldn't stand out here so long. Who's
Yeah.
going in first?
Meg's gonna run in first. So I'm gonna run in and jump for the first guy I can see.
Okay.
Okay.
Roll.
I feel like the people with weapons should be going in as well.
Oh,
You
fuck.
run in, you fall over the table in the room, clatter through the ground, and as you sort of sit up, the one Vistani guard is sort of in the middle of frying some sort of egg and is looking at you like, huh?
Wanna stab him in the
Monsters!
neck.
Monsters everywhere!
One of the prisoners has escaped. And can I run up and like twat him with my blackjack? And the distraction.
Roll. Yep, you just run around the corner shouting, one of the prisoners has escaped. And he goes, which one? And you go, me! And he just collapses, like, into a heap.
Can I toss Meg the frying pan?
Yes!
The piping hot frying pan.
Roll to see if you can catch a hot frying pan.
Fuck!
That was me rolling to throw it. But
Harry
she
doesn't throw it very
rolled
well,
because
so
I
let's see how
rolled.
Meg does. Meg
Ooh,
just
skills.
manages to catch a non-burning part.
Skills.
So it's always just one guard in the room.
There was just one guard, yeah.
Cool. Tubbs is going to walk in.
There is another 2 guard rooms on this floor.
That's
That's
fine.
cool. Tubbs is going to just push the door to and search the room, look for any weapons.
Okay, in this room there is a small crossbow against the wall.
Rosie! Yay!
Hey Rosie, this feels oddly familiar. We've just escaped imprisonment and I'm armed with a crossbow.
And there's
fair
another
enough,
blackjack on him.
Another blackjack.
Meg, I think you know what to do.
Well, do I want the blackjack or do I want the steaming hot frying pan?
I mean, you do you. I'll have
Osmond,
the words
actually,
back.
Osmond, do you want the frying pan since you're needing it for your kitchen?
That's a good call. I'll have the frying pan.
Okay, I'll keep the blackjack
Okay,
then.
then, can I have the knife?
No,
What knife?
use that
We all
for his
know you're no
kitchen.
good with knives.
I mean, that's a fair point. I'll cheer you on from the back. I'll open and close the doors like when I used to play Doom with my cousins and that.
You can be the distraction. You can be like the person that runs through and goes, "Escape prisoner," and then we can just take them and have
Okay.
them.
Okay, so
Are there any eggs left in this room?
there's 2 eggs left, yes.
I pick them both up.
Okay.
And then I kind of like hold them down my side, dual wield, look over my shoulder, like, guys, let's fucking do this.
Let's scramble.
Armed with eggs, yeah.
Yeah, so. Oh, God, that was very good. That was
It was
incredible.
very good.
Okay, next guard room. Tubbs is just going to charge in, and as he's like, the prisoners escaped, if like the first guard he comes up to, he's just going to smash the egg in their face.
Okay, roll.
Nope, never mind, that's the one.
Run up to the door, smack into the door doesn't open, and
Does one of the eggs break?
both your eggs break and you're lying on
Oh,
the floor
both of
with a broken nose and your hands covered in broken egg.
You're a cruel, cruel dungeon master.
I know.
Fail.
Ow! Guys, I think this one's locked.
Look, guys, Tubbs murdered a baby chicken.
2 baby chickens.
And I didn't even need to use a bread knife, Oz. At least I excel when I murder
The
him.
door opens and Tubbs has a crossbow pointed at his face.
Oh, hello, sir. Have you heard the word of our Lord and Savior, Archibald?
Who are you and how did you get out of your cage?
My name is Tubbs fucking Groundswell. And I point up to like the people who I'm assuming are stacked by the door with knives ready, hopefully.
Yep.
A
Yeah,
CSI
crossbow.
fucking Barovia.
Come
okay.
see it.
Right, who's doing what next?
Meg's gonna just clap him in the face.
Okay, since Rosie and Meg roll quite high, they both manage to attack him and take him down before he shoots Tubbs in the face. Though Tubbs is sort of sitting there like, ha-ha! Then he turns to his side and notices there's an arrow embedded in the ground next to his head.
That was fortunate.
So,
He nearly got you.
what are you doing now?
So is that guard done?
Yep,
Okay, we're going through into the room.
so there's another crossbow, there's another blackjack.
Can I pick up the other crossbow actually?
Yep,
Awesome.
so
Can I take the blackjack?
there's a final guard room.
Are there any more eggs?
No,
Is there any food stuff that I could like throw in someone's face?
let's think. What could they have? You find some
Kedgeree.
sort of salted meat lying around.
I was looking for something more liquid. Never mind. That's okay.
So, there's one final room on the left. What do you do?
Is this another guard's room?
Mm-hmm.
We
Wow,
do the
that's
same
quite
thing as
well.
last time. That seemed to go okay.
Yeah, why don't we do that?
We could just. Yeah.
Okay.
Run into the door.
Yeah. Is everyone stacked up on the door either side?
Yeah.
Tubbs is going to run full pelt into the door again.
Okay, roll.
I'm not trying to open. I'm just running into the door.
Okay. Yep, you charge, smack off the door again. Full pelt. Your nose is completely busted now.
Oh, guys, I
covered
did my
in blood.
part.
And
You're
you hear
such an idiot.
Who is there? From the inside.
Help! Police brutality! You're missing all the fun.
You hear muffled conversation from the other side of the door.
More than one of them.
Open
Oh
the
man,
door.
I'm being tortured so well. Oh man, anyone who likes torture is probably missing out big time. Oh, ow! This is such good torture.
I don't really know what you want me to do with that one, so okay.
Where did
mean,
you go to torturing school?
The Vistani like torturing. Maybe they want to come up and be like, oh my god, like it's like an ice cream van for Vistani. Can I roll to see how convincing my being
The
tortured?
Vistani rush out, one of them holding a hook knife. And like, we want to torture too! Wait, why is child on floor?
Meg's gonna swing.
Okay.
Everyone's just loading up.
Meg and Rosie take out the two.
I just kind of feel that Meg's just like taking the hammer and like smacking it in their face, and Rosie's like putting an arrow through the middle of their head at the same time.
Yeah, so yeah, basically you're annihilating these guards, so there's another 2 dead guards.
Tubbs is a little bit concussed on the floor. Guys, did I do well?
Well done, Tubbs.
The impression was pretty torturous.
Who wants this cool hook knife?
Nah, I'm good.
I mean, Meg, but you're the knife lady, Meg.
But Karen could really use it for like.
Okay.
Is there anything in that room?
You go and look in, there seems to be more of a bed chamber. There's a couple of like spare pairs of boots and belts and stuff like that. There's nothing major. There is a shovel.
Can I please take the shovel?
That seems really apt, actually.
Yeah. Tubbs is a farmer at heart.
Yeah, exactly. And a grave digger, and
If there's a weapon that Tubbs is proficient with, it's a shovel.
yeah.
I feel like a gravedigger isn't the correct term for someone who robs graves.
No, but
Brave robber.
yeah, grave robber.
Grave explorer.
No.
Grave reclaimer.
Yeah.
Upcycler.
Reclaimer!
See next.
Look at this upcycled table from all reclaimed materials.
Right, where are we going now?
I suppose to go and get our shit and then jumping out the window.
There's
Yeah.
some stairs up, and they lead back to the cage that you were in before.
There must be another way out of here.
So you come up the top of the stairs, you come into the cage, and you find that the cage itself is still padlocked shut.
Guys, this has all been about things. Like, remember, we found the crossbow first, we ended up in a cage and a cart. If you remember from when we very first met, I am very adept at picking locks.
No,
So, allow me to deal with this.
I've had a lot of wine
God.
since then.
Tubbs is punching that.
Smacks his hand off the padlock, and his hand inflates as usual.
Guys, you know I never give up on the first try. Left-handed.
Tubbs
Meg's good.
smacks it with the left hand, and you hear a sickening click, and the padlock opens.
wow, it actually worked the second time.
Guys, I told you I could
Both
do it.
Tubbs' hands are now swollen to the point that he can barely hold the shovel, but yes, it is open.
Why didn't you just hit it with the shovel?
Yeah.
Karen, because that's not how you pick locks.
You need a chorizo.
So, you break through the lock and you open the door.
Yep.
You find the main entrance, which is again like completely deadlocked shut, and you see a sort of spiral staircase going up, or there's the entire like courtroom you were in.
Can I look behind
Do we
the
want
desk
to?
of the judge lady?
You can, yes. There is a list of all your offences, and there's a list of the named things like Tabitha and Jerome, who's the guy who was called as the witness.
Oh, it's the hippie guy. The Jerome, the hippie guy.
Is there a
Like-
pen?
I'm about to say, Oz, aren't you going to graph on it?
I was gonna.
Or change the names.
Yeah, let's just write acquitted of all charges, then it's legal document.
Well, I was just gonna append too handsome to live on the bottom.
Fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Handsome to live.
But like
That's-
written
yeah.
with number 2 instead of the
Yeah.
word 2.
Yeah. Rosie, do you want to write "go fuck yourself" on it?
I assume by the
Squeeze
lack of
boxes.
response, it's just like, yeah, whatever.
Squeeze boxes rule, bitch. You know?
Thank you very much
Okay.
on your own for that one, but okay.
Tubbs is going to
Yeah,
have a
right.
spiral staircase when we're ready.
Let's head upstairs, get our
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Tubbs is going to head upstairs, shovel first.
You head upstairs. There are 5 rooms on this floor, and then a set of stairs up again at the end.
Do any
So-
of the doors say evidence on them?
They don't seem to have anything written on them. You hear snoring coming from the first one.
Karen, you know what to do.
She doesn't have her pillowcase.
Karen
though.
and this mother is for none.
But she doesn't have her pillowcase.
They must have a pillow in there.
They sleep and they've got to have a pillow.
Yeah, but they're sleeping on the pillow. You can't.
We can just leave them there sleeping, right?
Yeah, let's just leave them. We don't really need to bother them right now.
Next room.
Okay, I guess.
Okay. You move to the second room, and you listen intently to the second room. You hear very strange noises coming from the other side.
Wow.
When you
Is
say
it
strange,
those- yeah, when you say strange noises, is it that kind of noises,
You mean
or
the
is
kind
it
of
noise
other
that
noises?
Tubbs-
It's kind of like
Right.
rustling.
Oh, okay.
Tubbs is going in.
Okay. Roll.
I'm whispering, CSI Barovia, get the fuck down! Brandishing his shovel.
You burst through the door, and all you see is this meow,
Was it cat girl?
and it's Catgirl looking at you very strange.
What's up, kitty cat?
And she seems to be sort of kneeling in a very large gravel pit.
Do you know this woman?
Let's just shut the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She
She
go
sort of
pile
walks
into the
over
room and
towards
shut the
you and
door.
starts like looking at you quite
The
intently.
door on the other side, so we don't have to be in the same room.
I pet her on the head and then just back out the room.
Are you happy here?
Meow.
Yeah, never mind. Well, let's go on to the next one then.
Okay. Can everyone do a perception check while you're in Catgirl room, please?
Okay.
You notice on the wall there's one particular portrait which seems to have been defaced.
Ooh, what kind of portrait?
It
Who's
seems to
top?
have Catgirl and someone else with her, but the face of the other person seems to have been ripped off.
That's unfortunate.
What can we tell from the not face? Like, the body, that's the word.
You recognise the waistcoat immediately.
Is it? Is it our friend Timothy
No, Oz's waistcoat. Where did you get your waistcoat from?
from
I took
Victor?
it off the statue, dude. Before he was a statue.
Oh yeah, Victor.
Except that never happened.
No, that never happened.
Yeah.
This waistcoat has always said the Ozman
Wait.
and not the V-Man.
Yeah, so
that-
Victor and Catgirl loved each other.
Maybe.
Sitting in a tree. Kissing.
I'm gonna look to the
She
Catgirl and be
still
like,
spits at Oz at this point.
"Ooh,
Well, that'd be why she didn't like me before.
yeah, because you took his coat. Is that Victor's coat?"
No,
gonna ask
my
her.
coat. My coat.
It's very similar
No.
to Victor's. I don't even know who Victor is, but I'm sure
Okay.
it's similar.
Did Victor wear a similar coat? I'm gonna look at the Catgirl and be like,
I don't know, I never
Catgirl is
met
just
him.
spitting at Oz at the moment.
"Oh yeah,
Oh,
she
back
really
away.
hates you. Let's go, let's go."
So she's currently wandering out into the hall with you and meowing.
Okay, no, back at the house, back in there. I'm just gonna
Get back in.
pick her up gently and like put her back in.
You try and pick her
Shut
up,
the
but
door.
she fights you all the way.
Ah!
Kitty.
Bad kitty!
Can I pretend to throw something into the room?
She's not a dog, she's a cat.
But cats are dumb too.
Maybe it's time for Oz to give up the waistcoat.
No,
Maybe it's time for you to get fucked.
I told you, Ozmand, I'm waiting for the right person, thank you.
And I told you I'm keeping this damn waistcoat.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we look at the next
So-
door?
Yeah.
Okay, so you try and close the door and realise that Tubbs, in kicking the door open, seems to have broken the door so it won't shut properly. And Catgirl seems to keep trying to get out to join you. What do you do?
I mean,
Let's just take her with us.
yeah, we can add kidnapping to the list.
Yeah,
Ah.
okay, come on.
Just put her back in. She's useless.
Well, she's trying to get out. She's trying to
Yeah.
follow us. Let's just let her follow us.
Yeah, they're already trying to throw the book at us for kidnapping her.
I mean, we might have to go and smother that other person, though, because let's be honest, at the moment, he's the only other person in here who
What
might,
are
you
you
know.
doing with her?
I don't know. She'll land on her feet, it's fine.
How?
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean. Next
Meg's
room?
just gonna pet her and just like, come on then.
Well, I don't want her spitting at me the whole time.
Is there some sort of pillow in the cat room, like as a cat bed or something?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take the pillow.
Okay.
We know what to do, guys.
Oh, God.
Not now, Karen.
Well, I think we should probably deal with them before these wake up.
I mean, these
You
guys are
go and do
assholes,
it then.
right? They're just murdering everyone in this town.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm going to go smother
Karen
the
needs to
sleeping
say her
person.
smotherlust. Yeah.
We are literally murder hobos.
It's not technically murder.
And I'm not a hobo, I'm
Release.
just travelling.
It's release.
I have you know I've got my own house,
think-
just not in Barovia.
We don't have time to be smothering sleeping guards. I mean,
We 100% have time to be smothering sleeping guards, because what if they ain't sleeping later? And they
I'll tell you what, you go smother
like 4 of
them.
them.
We'll check the next door, because we're probably running
Yeah.
out of time.
Yeah, let's do that.
Karen, you go and visit that chap in that room and do what you need to do, whatever it is. I don't know what you're going to do.
Okay. Is this the first room?
One with the sleepy guy.
Okay. You walk in. It's obviously not a guard's room as you walk in.
Who is it?
Oh.
Is it
The
the
guy
judge?
lying on the bed snoring his head off. What are you gonna do?
Oh.
Who is it?
Yeah, Do I have any idea who he is?
You've never seen him before.
Can I use my years of thievery to find out any identifying things in the room?
As far as you can tell from him, he seems to be like collapsed on the bed. On the floor is like a half-finished bottle of wine. He seems to be passed out drunk. He's wearing one boot and one boot like lying on the floor discarded.
Okay, then I don't think he's going to get back up. I'm going to close the door back on him and back out slowly.
Okay, next room.
Okay. So as you're sort of walking stealthily along and being very quiet and occasionally you hear meow, the next room again is full of snoring.
Let's peek around the door.
Okay. You look around the door and it seems to be basically someone identical to the first guy, only this one is passed out, literally with his legs in the air.
There's a
They
lot
like
of drunk
to
people in here.
Yeah, they like to sleep in odd positions, don't they?
Do they look like Vistani, or...?
They don't seem like Vistani, no. They seem like more Vallaki people than Vistani.
Does he have both of his boots on still?
He has neither of his boots on.
That scup is my plan.
Alright, what were you going to do?
I was going to tie both of his shoelaces together in case he came after us.
Really good idea.
So, are you doing anything in this room?
Is there anything interesting swag-wise looking around the room?
You look around, there's a couple of like pieces of small male jewellery, but nothing much more than that.
Okay, next room. There's one more room on the floor, right?
Yep, there's two more rooms. The first room, you sort of try and push in, it's locked. It has what seems to have two locks on it. And you notice as you try and shove against it that the room opposite you has 3 locks on it.
Fuck. So we might as well go back and smother them all and then make a lot of noise.
They seem to literally be like the keyhole locks rather than like a padlock or anything.
Oh, so we need to go. Let's go get keys from the guys. Yeah, the guys will have a key each.
Maybe let's see if we can like take the keys without. Or is it gonna be the guard keys? Can we see if the ring of keys we got from the guards downstairs fit any of the locks?
You can try, yeah.
I just popped my head round out through a door, like with a pillow over some dude's head. What?
Okay. Roll to which door are you trying? The one with 2 or the one with 3?
The one with 2 to begin with. I'm just gonna try all the keys and all the locks.
Okay, roll.
7.
Nope, a couple of the keys fit but don't seem to turn.
Okay. Can I try the keys that seem to fit but don't turn on the other lock? On the other door.
You put the other keys in the other door and you start rattling them around. You hear the sound on the other side of.
Uh-oh.
Does it sound like Izzy?
Does it sound like wolves?
Does it sound like Does it sound like wolves? I don't know. You'll have to wait and find out. Are you going to keep trying with this door?
What kind of noise is it? Is it like a person, or does it sound more animal?
It sounds like something being disturbed.
I mean, maybe we shouldn't open this door because there's something behind it that's kind of creepy.
Maybe we should open the other door first before we.
But wolves are people too, guys.
Not
What
right
do you mean
now.
these are evidence rooms?
I mean, true. I suppose that other one probably isn't an evidence room. Maybe we should head upstairs and see what we can find.
Yeah, we just want to get our stuff and get the hell out of town.
Yeah.
Okay, should we head upstairs?
The
Yeah.
cat girl seems to walk up to the 3 locked door, sniff it, and sort of makes a sort of motion, and then sort of trotters back towards you.
She doesn't like it. Must be a wolf or a dog or something. Is it? I'm gonna do like a little dog impression to the cat.
Wait,
Natural
wait.
1.
What if it's Archie?
You hear
Archie,
the sound from behind the 3 door of someone falling out of a bed, going "Pow!"
Maybe those Vallaki people are all werewolves.
What if it's Archie and Jason?
Oh.
You hear the sound of locks being unlocked from the other side.
Oh no,
Okay.
maybe not.
Guys,
Yes,
stack
okay.
up.
Standard procedure. Either side of the-
Tubbs is gonna lay on the floor.
We're gonna like hide in a position where we can like jump and smash them in the head, aren't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tubbs is adopting his usual door breaking position.
You and me us will get one door, and the other, Meghren Lexa can get the other.
Right,
So-
we've adopted the position.
Yeah.
The door opens, and it is indeed Isaac, who looks down at Tubbs on the floor and goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Surprise! I'm going for the nut.
Sorry.
All of you sort of jump on Isaac and start beating him up, including shooting an arrow through his shoulder.
Right.
He sort of falls backwards quite surprised and is definitely bleeding and is trying to shove you all off with his arm.
Nope, we're taking a mace to his face.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Is it-
pull out the.
Just manages to shove you all back off and stagger back, and he shouts, "Ah, gods! Gods!"
I'm gonna hit him in the nards again with my shovel.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit him in the face at the same time. Oh no!
Tubbs cracks
Number
Isaac in the
one.
crotch with his shovel. Isaac goes and collapses to his knees. Meg is too busy laughing at the noise he makes to do anything. Ozmand punches him in the face and knocks him out.
I was gonna stab him with the bread knife, but I mean,
Stab him if you want.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
where are you stabbing him?
well in the neck.
Okay. So you stab him in the
Just wanted to
neck.
roll.
He seems to basically be like bleeding everywhere and collapses.
Right, I want to take his arm off.
Do it.
Let's loot his room.
Okay.
Does he have any
you
other
want to
keys
try
on?
and remove his arm? You're gonna have to saw his arm off if you do.
Knife.
I mean, I said I wanted to do it, didn't I?
Yep.
Oh, please don't do it.
Okay. You begin sawing through his shoulder.
Meg's
Can I-
gonna close the door so that so we're all in his room and like nothing and
Cat
like
girl seems to
muffle the
walk
scream.
up, smell the edge of the room, and then sort of like backs away, like the smell annoys her.
Can I search the room for keys and stuff? Also, is he dead?
He's still breathing, but he's like pissing blood everywhere, and Oz is currently sawing through his shoulder.
Maybe we should put him out of his misery. And I'm gonna.
No!
I'm
I
gonna take the.
sliced his neck. I thought he was dead.
I'm gonna take the shovel to his face.
He's bleeding to death.
Okay.
This is messy.
Roll.
That's only
You
a 2.
smack him in the face full force with a shovel. It doesn't seem to have any effect.
Meg's gonna try and go for his face again, just to put him out of his misery.
We are terrible people.
Oh my god, this is so gruesome.
You
I do
stab
like
him.
how
You
Rose's
stab him through
argument
the
in the
eye,
court
thinking
was
it's
that
the
we're
only
really
way you're
heroes.
actually going to kill him, and he suddenly sort of goes and
Oh,
stops
thank
breathing.
God. Oh, thank God, it's over. It's over, guys. Oh my God.
I want to make it clear I'm taking the robot arm, not his other arm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You're doing a rocket.
Can we search for some keys on his person or around his
Okay.
room, please?
So
What's
you've got
left of
this
the person?
bleeding, broken body of Isaac, who Osmond's about halfway through sawing through his arm. All around you are dolls and pictures and what looks like child's drawings.
Oh, this fucking room is freaky.
Oh, I feel bad
look.
for him. Once I've done looking for keys, I'm just gonna sit all the dolls around his body.
Oh yeah, let's make it look like the dolls did it.
Yeah.
I was going to say, once we get the arm off, can we plant it on the cat girl?
I'm
Frame
gonna.
her for murder.
Meg's gonna paint all the little dolls' faces with blood.
Oh my god,
Like-
we're so dark.
Okay, so you're dipping all the dolls in blood.
No. I've dipped a finger in blood, and now I'm drawing little happy faces
Oh
on the
my
dolls.
Oh my god, we're the worst people ever.
Can this get darker?
Look,
Let's
we've
see
been
right
pushed
now.
around quite a lot. You
Did
know,
we
like-
find-
I need fan art of this situation.
Did we find the key?
After killing Isaac, sawing off his arm, yes, you do find some keys on his belt.
Can I try those on the opposite door?
You can, yeah.
Right.
I'm just gonna surround Isaac with all these little hand-painted dolls.
So now you've removed the arm, what are you doing with it?
Plant it
just
on the
keeping it.
cat girl. Plant it on the cat girl. Frame her for murder.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Why not?
I'm gonna like wave it around like I've got a really long arm.
Like that bit out of Toy Story.
Yeah,
Exactly, yeah.
Sorry.
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
So you have this giant metal arm, and you open
gonna
the
slap
door
people
to
with it,
the
that's
other
what I
room,
need
and
it for.
inside is a table where all your stuff seems to have been painstakingly sorted.
Cool, I'm taking all my stuff.
Yeah, take all my stuff.
There's
Pick up
all
my-
your weapons, there's all your instruments, there's the several books you had. a
My
couple of
ledger.
things. Yeah.
I'm gonna write the Watcher woman's name in my ledger book.
We need to find a watcher woman to like find the keys.
No, but we have to escape now. We have to get
I
out
mean,
of
there's
here.
a staircase upstairs. We can only see it because it's upstairs where we're jumping out.
Is it not? Yeah.
Can I?
Also find a handwritten note that says, Brian, we didn't have any rope, but luckily they just brought us a fuck ton of rope. We've used it all to create gallows rope.
Oh,
No!
This door.
Okay, I've got a plan.
Okay.
I'm gonna close the door of Isaac's room.
Oh, can I not go and try and raise him as a zombie?
A one-armed zombie.
I'm
Sorry,
gonna
sorry.
close that door and lock it so that there's no sign that we brutally murdered the guy and mutilated him.
Yep.
We're gonna get all of our stuff.
Yep.
Leaving just the table in the evidence room, and I'm gonna leave Isaac's arm on the table with the middle finger pointing towards
Yes.
the door, and then I'm gonna close that door.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
At this point, I'm just going to point this out because you haven't bothered to do it, but I will point this out to you. You remember you have Victor's book.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. What does? Oh, yeah, the alchemy book.
If you don't want to do
Yeah.
anything with it, that's fine. I'm just reminding
We
you.
could give
you
it.
have
We could give it to the cat lady. She liked Victor.
Yeah, let's give it to her.
Wait, maybe there's something in there about her being turned into
Oh,
a cat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We
He
flick
turned
through
her
the.
into a cat. That's why she clawed off his face.
Yeah. Right.
Because maybe he turned her into a cat. Yeah.
Yes, there is something in there about turning people into cats.
Is there something about unturning people into cats?
Right, Tubbs, you're the magic guy. You have a look
but
through
it
this.
seems there's one word that's been like scrawled and then like lines through it, then written again, then lines through it, then written again. As in, he's tried it several times and only eventually got it to work.
Can I read what it says?
Basically, as you sort of speak the spell, the cat girl seems to look very confused at you, and you get to the end of it, but nothing seems to happen.
So would I suspect that maybe... Can I see what word it should be?
En fuego.
Yeah, just start
It's
seeing
basically
like
just the spell seems to be written in front of you, but his handwriting seems to have rewritten the word 3 or 4 times, as in he's said it, went and looked back and realised what he spelt wrong.
Okay. Can I tell what word he spelled wrong?
It seems to be the word for cat.
Neko.
It's like ancient magic-y terms, but it's from your understanding of magic, it seems to be an ancient term for cat.
Can I try it one more time?
You speak the answer, the cat girl, nothing seems to affect her.
Can you say human in that same language?
Ah, good idea. Yeah, can I do that? Can I replace it with the word for people?
Okay.
I was coming to that, Oz.
You
I'm
do
glad I
that, but
explained that to you.
nothing again seems to happen.
I knew you were stupid, Oz. Can I do some kind of insight, see if there's any like useful notes scribbled anywhere or anything?
Again, it's just Victor's notes of him talking about taking over the world.
Try saying it backwards.
Easy old trot.
You try saying it backwards again, nothing happens.
I'm gonna like hold out the camera like, can this help you, do you think?
Gonna roll to see if I can figure it out.
Okay. Karen, in her infinite wisdom...
Do we have to say her name?
Karen, in her infinite wisdom, realises that is the spell to turn her back from a cat. So it might be better to turn her back into a cat than back out again.
So I guess I'm going to multi-class into wizard.
Oh, so she was turned into a cat, but then accidentally turned back into a cat person.
He couldn't get laid, so he turned a cat into a person.
I think more when he tried to undo it, he cocked it up and he turned it into like a cat person.
No, because that means that he had a girlfriend to start with.
Yeah, but there's pictures of her
Yeah, it
not
was
as
a
a cat.
portrait.
Yeah, but what do you find more likely, that guy could get a girlfriend or he turned a cat into a woman?
Okay,
Yeah.
can I modify the spell to turn her into a cat
Okay.
and then into a person?
So, Walla, you turn her into a cat. She's now a sort of small black and white cat who looks at you very more confused. And then you do it again, and she turns back into a fully formed person who looks at you like, who are you? Why am I in this house?
I rescued you, and there's a woman who... What's your mum's name?
I can't remember. Who am I?
Well, we got here and you was shitting into a box.
She sort of looks at you, her eyes wide, and she puts her hand behind herself and says, what? She stands up straight away and says, why am I naked under the dress?
Because you was shitting into a box.
Everybody's naked under their clothes.
A guy
She
kidnapped
looks at you very red-faced and begins to back away.
Well,
Don't
my
worry,
face is
no,
completely
don't worry,
red,
don't
so
worry.
I don't know what the...
Don't worry. We'll make sure you're safe.
We'll find you some pain.
We helped break the spell. Well,
Yeah, my name's Tubbs, and through my knowledge of magic, I managed
and
to
Karen.
save you. I mean, this is my associate, Karen. She's kind of like an assistant. Like, she does my admin.
It's always me in a box.
The girl's still sort of wide-eyed and very like red-faced at the moment.
You're having a bad dream. Go back to sleep and it'll be fine.
Tubbs, can we turn her back into a cat for now? It might be easier to deal with.
Are we doing the ASMR thing after all?
Yeah. Okay,
4 minutes, turn the thing over and start again.
Can I turn her back into a cat briefly?
If you want to.
I'm going to turn her into a cat.
Okay.
Make it easier to transport.
And then I'm going to
Turn
go
into a cat.
into the rooms of the sleeping men and turn them into cats.
Good plan. Good
Okay,
plan.
so you now have 3 cats wandering around.
Yep. Right, I'll,
Easily identifiable as which ones are which as cats, by the way.
All 3 are just cats, so...
There's like one a moggy, there's one
One's
like...
black and white, the
black
other
and-
2 are just black.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we still know which one's which.
Yeah. Right, let's head upstairs. We've got all our stuff.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
We're not taking the cat with us.
Oh yeah, are we taking the cat with us?
Yeah, I'm gonna put the cat in my bag.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
are you putting the cat... all the cats in your bag, or just the black and white one?
No,
Okay,
just
yeah,
the black and
all
white.
the cats.
No.
Okay, all the cats.
All
All the cats are
okay.
coming with us. They're gonna wake up. No one's gonna be here apart from the dead guards.
Okay. So you put the
It
black
is
and
it,
white
it
cat
is it.
and the other 2 cats in your bag, and you head up the stairs. All the thing upstairs is a single room.
Raid it.
What's in
Let's
the room?
read.
It's got another big door. You open the big door, and lying on the bed is 2 figures.
Oh.
Is one of them the judge?
To the left of the room, there is like lots of like dressers and clothing and perfume bottles and everything. To the right of the room, there's a single window which seems to have been left open.
That's our window.
Yeah.
Who are these people?
Yeah, who are the people sleeping in the bed?
As you get slightly closer, one of them is definitely Lady Watcher. The other one just seems to be some kind of man.
So
He
Tubbs,
doesn't seem to be making any noise though.
you turn the man into a cat, and I'll break the Lady Watcher's legs.
I mean, I was just gonna burn the room down.
Well,
Yeah,
we did
let's
say
do
she'd
that.
be next, though.
Is
I mean, I
yeah,
feel
she
like
was.
breaking the legs is pretty poetic,
I mean,
in like a limerick sort of way.
is there anything we needed from her?
Now, she does have the key to get out if you want to use the main door, but apart from that,
Is there any cool loot around this room?
there's jewellery, there's perfume bottles, general
Yeah.
stuff.
Meg's
Yeah.
napping the jewellery.
Can I check if the guy on the bed is alive?
The guy in the bed is not alive.
Well, that's creepy. Is she alive?
Vampire.
No, she's alive. The guy in the bed is basically just a corpse.
It's like a
Ugh.
brick I can put next to a knee.
Guys, I'm worried. She's sleeping next to a dead body. Do you-
Yeah, that seems like
think
a
she
crime.
Oh wait, does it look like this dead body has been killed by someone with a knife? Maybe our friend.
Do an Arcana check.
Ooh,
Also, is
so good at that.
the amulet around? Once you
The
took-
amulet, it was in your stuff you took.
Oh, okay, no way, they didn't separate it out. Okay.
They seem to put it back in their room once they'd done it. The body seems to have been dead for a long time, but seems to be kept pristine by some sort of spell.
Oh, maybe it's like her husband or something. Maybe she
Let it
got
go.
it from the weird guy. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to propose we burn down this building as we leave.
I second that.
So does someone want to give the signal, and I'll prepare a fireball?
Oz, the signal.
I really want to break her legs.
Well, you break her legs, jump out the window, I'll set her on fire.
Sounds like a good plan.
Or should we question her?
Yeah, we can break her legs, question her, and then set the room on fire.
Let's shut the door then as well.
Yeah. Oh wait, somebody take the keys first.
Yeah, take the keys. I'll
Yeah.
barricade the door, and then Oz will set the signal, and me, Oz, Rosie will jump out, get everything sorted, and we'll leave you two to clean up here.
Cool.
Sound like a plan?
Plan,
It
let's go.
sounds like a plan.
Right.
We have fully committed to evil now.
Right.
Witness this.
Okay, so this plan goes off with Karen, with her natural ability to roll natural 20s when it comes to breaking people's knees. She shatters both the knees of Lady Watcher, who shrieks and starts like... She wakes up. The rest of you all start like rappelling down the building somehow, like climbing down. I imagine you made like a rope out of clothing or something.
Yeah.
Good evening, your ladyship.
Yeah, now that I has your attention, what's with the creepy dead guy?
You, how did you escape?
Through the
We asked you a
door?
question. What's with the creepy dead guy?
Try and change the subject.
My cousin will kill you.
Is
For
your
him.
is-
He thought he was going to hang us, and look
Here-
how that turned
Here's a
out.
question, and this is just a random question. Your cousin's pretty powerful, right?
He rules the land.
Yeah, I thought he might. Okay, ciao, bitch. Fireball.
Okay. So you throw a fireball on the bed catches fire, she starts shrieking.
Let's go again while camera pals out.
So you begin climbing down, Karen is sort of standing over her, like sort of...
You have the keys.
Yeah, we nicked the keys. For good measure, can I just fire one of the nature staff in there as well?
Yep, roll.
At the bed.
Yep. You cast the nature staff and vines begin sprawling all the way around the bed, which are also catching fire.
I hope you're into bondage, lady. Ciao. And jump out the window.
Okay, what's Karen doing?
I feel like it's probably time to leave.
Said so
Whatever
peacefully.
gave you that idea.
So Karen climbs down the side of the building, and at this point you hear the shrieking of Lady Watcher from the top room. At the bottom of the house is Esmeralda with the black coach, and everyone else is sort of inside. Inside is also Jason and Archie.
Hey.
Is Diaval there?
Diaval's there as well.
Yay!
Right, Esmeralda, let's kick it.
Okay, so you all
Where's
get
our cart?
you all get in the cart, and like she fires it, and you start sprinting out of the front of Valaki, as literally all the guards are running towards this basically like blazing house. Esmeralda tells you that Lady Watcher has spies everywhere, and her cousin will not be happy about the fact that you just set his favourite cousin on fire.
Was that cat really her daughter?
She sort of goes, her daughter's got this weird spell on her, it makes her sound like a cat.
Yeah, I pull out the cat. We have his niece hostage.
She's
Cat.
you sort of bring these cats out of a bag and go, we've got these hostage, and she's like, who are those?
These people.
Yeah, 2 of them are random Vallaki dudes. We don't know who they are, and the other one is her daughter.
Okay.
I guess.
Vallaki dudes, where did they guards?
No, they were just random guys sleeping in her tower.
You mean her sons?
Oh, cool. Yeah, I guess the cat's out of the bag. We have her kid now.
You have just stolen her children.
Aaron turned them into cat. Don't forget the cat bit.
Cats is easier to transport.
Oh God.
So, as you're sort of running out of Vallaki, Esmeralda tells you that there's one place her cousin won't look and she'll drop you there.
Where's that?
So after about half a day's hard riding, you come to the foot of the castle, and she says, right, get out here, there's no way he'll look for you at his own castle. I'll take the cart on to Barovia.
So you want us to hide in his own castle?
Well, where else? He's going to look everywhere else for you. He'll probably burn down Kresk to find you. So she sort of shoves you out the cart and then carries on to... I can never remember if the first one's Barovia or Barovia. The first town you were at, anyway. We're all now standing in the sort of crypts of the castle, and it starts to rain.
The bell tolls. The end is nigh. For this week, at least. Join us again next week for more of our tale. This podcast is an adaptation of Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition D&D adventure. It was adapted from the original story by Nikoli Popsky. The podcast features Nikolai, Amy, Belry, AJ, Lexa, and Matt. All music was written and performed by Daniel Boström. Artwork was by John Moore.
Can I make an impassioned appeal to anyone who listens who is also an artist? We need a very juvenile Rosie with her tongue sticking out, just drawing smiley faces on dolls out of blood.
No, it was me. It was Meg.
Sorry, Meg, excuse me. But I imagine her tongue stuck out.
I want a picture of the actual, just the body on the floor surrounded by the dolls.
I also kind of want a picture of just the table with the middle finger on it.
Oh yeah,
So what
that
you're
was
saying
amazing.
is you want someone to animate this whole episode?
Yeah,
What
that
I'm
would be
saying is
amazing.
literally, and this is a genuine promise, if anybody out there draws one of those 3 scenes and tags us in it on Twitter, I will send you a set of dice.
Ooh.
And not £2 dice, £8 dice, fancy. I'll get in touch.
Okay.
That's my solemn pledge to you. I will send you some dice if you do that scene. But if loads of people do, then we'll pick the best couple.
Yeah, we'll make it a little competition or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
If only one person does, you'll win. But yeah.
Now that I think about it, did Cotton Eye Joe have a dance?
No.
Not really, it just had a sign saying we're Swedish.
Cotton Eye Joe is Swedish.
The rednecks were Swedish.
God, we've learned so much today already.
You don't know
Turning
that,
your
Belry.
world upside down tonight, Belry.
That's like the least Swedish thing.
They are genuinely a Swedish band. I'm not joking.
Well, there we go. My life has changed. I'm also aware that bitching isn't a quantity.
Do you mean a verb?
Shut up.
You could have a bitch ton.
You could have a bitch ton, but I feel like that's still just a ton.
I don't know, I would say a shit ton is definitely more than a ton.
True.
Hurry up!
Is this not what you signed up for, Rosie?
Just hurry up!
So anyway, then that's why I think it's important to define different sizes based on modifying verbs.
can I write down for witnesses for broken legs the name of the judge lady?
Just write you're next.
Do you know what? We've killed 5 guards and are now leaving shit notes, and we are definitely the bad guys in this campaign. All this time I've been like, I wonder who the main villain's going to be, and now I've just realised it's actually
It's us, yeah.
It's not so much the bad guys as the least bad guys.
This only ends with us like getting a castle, and then the beginning of next season, when we bring cursed opponents back by popular demand, it'll be like us fighting off like a regular party of heroes who have come to like loot our castle because they've heard there's evil people live there with loot. So I just want people to know, because people don't know me from any other podcasts, and so they don't know what I'm really like. I'm actually quite nice in real life.
I'm not.
You guys have all obviously listened to all the other cool podcasts that these guys do, so you know they're all nice people.
This is the only podcast I've done, so.
You mean to tell me you've
All I need to do
never
is get
sawn
Tubbs
off a
to say the word
man's
not,
arm in
and
real
I can just surgically implant it later on.
I do just want to say, it's quite telling that, you know, we were put on trial for all our crimes and there was no mention of any baby killing, so I think you've all been very harsh on me.
I mean, I'm glad you said that, because that means that I didn't kill that other guy either, so...
Yeah,
and
they
I
never
didn't-
mentioned that.
And I didn't steal all that other stuff.
Exactly, so... And I guess... I'm
I'm
just
just
saying...
glad-
The slate clean.
I'm just glad I got my squeeze box back.
Oh yeah, they didn't say the squeeze box is awful, so I guess... Oh, and they did...
No, they did.
No, they did, they did,
That
they did.
specifically.
Right.
It was a criminal
Yeah.
matter.
That picture of whatever you call the band who sang Cotton Eye Joe look a lot like Karen's extended family.
They're the rednecks.
Also,
It actually
just
says
on...
rednecks above it on the thing I just said.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
in fact,
expecting
twice.
me to read things?
No, I've never expected Karen to read anything.
Saw the word Swedish and that was enough for me.
In the first of many things that are going to get cut this week, at some point when we're not under time pressure, get me to my story about the time I was like to have a threesome, because it is the greatest failure followed by immediate success in my life ever.
You do know that I have to put this at the end of an episode now you've said this.
That's
Yeah.
fine, because everyone's like, man, he's so cool, and they won't know how awkward I was.
No, we'll
Did,
know.
did it happen? Who knows? No.
Have I to leave this in as a spoiler?